Hello! Hello! Oh my goodness. Hello everybody. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Oh no. I am falling behind today. I am falling so far behind. One of those things where you look at the time, you blink, and then the time just disappears. Like, oh, it's like, there's an hour until the stream. I got plenty of time. Blink. There's 20 minutes to the stream. Oh no! Another blink. 8 minutes! Oh no. It's like ENvtuber. I'm advertising the stream. Oh, so. Cuptle.
And now back to your regularly scheduled Warhammer content. Wait a minute. This isn't the GW website. Must be a slow day.
We only just started. Oh, so yes, it is a slow day. How did he guess? Oh, I'm a silly Billy. I'm a silly Billy. Okay, Handcam thumbnail 91. Oh my goodness. Handcam thumbnail 91. We're quickly getting to 100 handcam streams. Oh my goodness. 100. I was like, hello Anthony, how you doing? How you doing? You better be doing well. I'm gonna have to punch it up. Big punch. Oh, I forgot to fill my little cup with water. Oh no. What am I gonna write here? I was hoping you'd be in immediately with a hand cam. That would have been way funnier. Pfft. No. Hello, Edwin. I can't do that. I don't even have any gloves on yet. Also, I need to like think. What's a good word? The Templars. Painting more armor. Why does painting take so long? Painting takes a lot long. No. Why am I so slow at painting? Is it because I keep getting distracted? That's a good title. Why am I so slow at painting? Chat can't possibly be distracting me. I don't think there's anything new on the Warhammer websites to look at. That's sad. That's sad. No. Can't be chat. There we go. And capitalize chat, because you guys deserve a cap. Oh my goodness, I pressed the button and everything just appeared. Oh no. There we go. Because of Yap. Because of Yap. The Yap gets in the way. It's true. It's true. I was like, hello, Bob Beankeeper. Hello, Zerden. Hello, Anthony. I was like, I finished my work today at 6:20. I've barely done anything. Oh no. You finished it like 5 hours ago. I was asleep back then. I was asleep. It's like, you're doing work and I'm just going... Sleep. That's what I do. Because you don't have Nurgle's love. You don't have... my goodness. Oh, the way my tummy's been last night and this morning, you'd think I'd have Nurgle's love. Oh, not been fun. It's not been fun. Share, copy, control, and V. Yay! 6:20. What's the future like? Oh yeah, all of you in different countries. The future is bleak. I'm just gonna tell you, future is bleak. That means you must have gotten into work, right? And just like done 20 minutes worth of work and that's it. You finished all your work. I advertised it. Yeah! Stream is advertised. Da, 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 da. Stream is advertised. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I'm a genius. I'm a genie. I'm a genius. I rolled out of bed at 5:30 to get into work at 6 and to be done at 6:20. Oh no. Oh. Well, at least that's plenty of time to watch hand cams, you know. Plenty of time. The future is misery. The future is hand cams! That's what the future is. Also, I'm gonna have to like BRB for 5 seconds just to like fill up my water. Fill up my water cup. So I'll be back. Yeah. Turn on the... I'm back. Okay, we're counting. We're counting. I woke up at 4:30. Got to work at 5. Now I've got 9 hours to go. Oh no! What? How long is your work day? How long is your work day? That sounds awful. Do you work for like Amazon or something? Do you have no workers' rights? 5 10-hour shifts. 5 10-hour shifts, 50-hour weeks. That's horrific. That's horrific. It's like the old song goes, working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Do, 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 da, da. And that's like 8 hours. That's like 8 hours. Hello, Banwy. How you doing? But I did come back in time that it ended with a 5, unfortunately. It was just a bit off. More like first song, 18 tons. Oh, I don't know that song. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Do, 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 do. I feel sorry for you. Why is your work day so mean? Sarah Dwin is a trucker. Wait, do we have multiple? If you're a trucker, that means I have multiple truckers watching me. Oh, okay, what am I doing? Is it this one? No. Handcam. You're a machinist. You're a mechanist. A mechanist. Do you like the mechanicum? You can tell it's daytime. You can. Oh goodness, that's fallen over. Oh. Look how bright and shiny everything is here. It's like, what? Oh yeah, I've been having my little models fight one another. Pow, 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 pow. Doing great playing with your cat. Playing with your cat! Oh, it's adorable. I hope your cat's happy. I had to run past my cat and give it a tiny little cuddle. I was like, oh, you're cute. You're a cute little kitty cat. Okay, the website has nothing new on it. I'm sorry. The GW website has nothing new on it. It's just got the new drop pod still that we looked at yesterday with the short little doors. And look at that. Look at that drop pod. Does anyone need me to explain how a drop pod works now? Cheesy dear. Hello, Cheesy dear. cat owner with a dog profile pic. I think Branry has both a dog and a cat. Yeah. How do drop pods work? Okay, so a drop pod works by... So what you're looking at, this, right? It's like a claw, and this opens up, and like each of these is a finger, and it holds onto stuff. And you put it on the end of a Titan hand. It's like grabby, 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 grabby. And that's where the batteries and mechanic parts go. I'm joking, that's not how a drop pod works. So a drop pod gets shot from a ship and it's full of space marines. It then lands on the ground and the space marines get out. But drop pods now, they used to be, actually I can probably show you, how drop pods look. 40k, space marines, let's go Black Templars. Do 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 do. Where's the drop pods? Give me the drop pods. Give me the drop pod. Give me the drop pod. Give me the drop pod. Give me the drop. Drop pod. Yes. So here's the old drop pod, and these doors can be closed and opened. So you can open them. Like look there. That's a hinge. That's a hinge. But now you have to. As you can see, these are quite long doors. Ow! Hello, Ivan. What do you take on for Emperor's Children? What's your take on Emperor? I love the new Emperor's Children. They're cool. But not exactly the designs I would personally make or whatever I'd choose, but they're still very, very fun. I don't see the new codex. What's the point for using drop pods on tabletop match? Well, there's quite a few points. Before, when they were first introduced, it was the only way to reliably drop in deep strike marines in without scattering too much, without killing them all. And the extra missile, it can be landed on like objectives and stuff or near opponents' board edges. Not board edges, but it like gives the opponent's deployment zone, near opponent's troops, and then boom! An Inferno squad comes out and burns them all, or Terminators or something. Hi, Mr. Big Boss. Can they drop on enemy forces on top? They can't drop on top of enemy forces, that's sad. A drop pod works by being a pod that is dropped. Sounds like the missile knows where it is at all times. It does this, as it knows where it isn't. I'm not stinky. Oh, goodness. But yes. So the drop pod, you like look at it. Look, it has a little missile system in this one. It's cool. But the new one doesn't. Like the new one doesn't have that missile rocket. It's like compare the two. It's shorter. It's stubbier. Like look, it doesn't have this entire section here. Instead, it's all brought down. The doors aren't as long because you can see the doors here. If they go all the way up to here. On these doors, the doors would only close up to here instead. So for a lot shorter, it takes up far less room. And now in the game, what you do is when you drop a drop pod into game, it has to be, all of its doors have to be open fully. And because you measure the drop pod from the edges of its doors. That's a ruling currently for drop pods. So that means the drop pod, being as massive as it is and as wide as it is, takes up a lot of room on the battlefield and is very hard to actually drop anywhere. As a result, the new drop pod's going to be much better at that sort of stuff because it takes up much less surface area. But it's going to be harder to transport because these doors don't close anymore, meaning that you can't just close it up like this. Oh, Chowabudder's the superior drop pod. Nah. Yeah, but children are great though. Look how cool that looks. Look at that cool Mauler Fiend. It's bright pink. I'm a bright pink Land Raider. I love it. Wasn't a big fan of this the combat patrol thing that they released. Carabella's Assault Claw. Oh, the Assault Claw, yeah. I love the Assault Claw. It's so expensive though. It's like 34 quid for a normal drop pod. But then you look at like, where is it? It's Horus Heresy, Loyalist Space Marines, go Blood Angels, and it's down at the bottom. down somewhere here at the bottom. That's a normal drop pod. Then, oh, there's the dreadnought drop pod. It drops dreadnoughts in. But they go down further. Go down further. Here we go. There's 2 assault claws. Both of, look at this one. This assault claw is 86 quid and it's like a bit expensive. This one, 220 quid for an assault claw. Look how expensive it is. 220 quid for a drop pod. And sure, it's covered in missile pot launchers and stuff, but still. 220 quid. Oh, it's crazy. It's like when you got this assault claw as well, which I imagine is just smaller. I'm so sad that Adaka is gone from the pod. For little beep beep bird will be greatly missed. Yeah. Maybe they'll leave the old drop pod up. Oh, look at that. That's cool. It's got like a little thing so you can carry it like that. Oh, that's cool. I mean, to be honest, I don't really like that big old square on the side, but still. But yeah, there we go. That's what you want for the new Emperor's Children. Yeah, I really love this new model here. These guys look kind of cool. They remind me of Primaris Marines a lot, though. These flawless blades look really cool. I really love the Noise Marines. I want some Noise Marines. I also kind of want some flawless blades. You know. They're just so good. They're so good. Buy now, buy now, buy it. Buy it. Yeah, but I've got models. I got Black Templar to paint. And we gotta fight. They've gotta fight with Tyrannid. The Tyrannid Menace. Look how big, look how tiny this little neophyte is compared to the Tyrannid Menace. Bzam, 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 bzam. What do you think would win? Neurolictor or one stinky neophyte boy who is very, very bright? Kick to the head. Ah! I got a helmet on. I'm alive. Pow, 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 pow. Ah, my brain. I don't have a helmet on. Yeah, see, this guy's brain is like really on show. Just a single shot. Dead. Dead. Silly Neurolictor. Gotta get yourself killed. You think we're gonna add Neurolictors to Space Marine 2? Because that would be cool. What about Parasites and Martrex? Blah. This is terrible model. Giant Grimace Purple Shake Bug. No, it's not Grimace Purple Shake. In normal circumstances for Yippee Lictor, but with my rules. With my rules. Dice, come here. I got dice. Okay, I don't know the stats of a Neurolictor off the back of my hand, so I'm guessing it gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks with fights first. That hits on 2s. No, 3s. I do think it's 2s. Well, it doesn't matter either way, because that's a lot of hits. And it's strength 7, so it wounds and 3. Dice! Crunch, crunch. No, don't eat my dice! Hello, Dalan. How you doing? Wound and 3s with devastating wounds, that's 2. And then it takes -2. So 4 plus saves, 6 plus saves, 1 pass. And it does damage 2. That'll be 4 down. That'll be 4 deaded. But never underestimate Black Templar, who instead have a 6 plus feel no pain. And then a stratagem that increases it to 5 plus. Or is it 4 plus? I don't know. Yeah. That means only 2 of them actually fall to the mortal wounds. Oh no! 2 neophytes deaded. Ah! And then the Black Templar fight back and they go 1, 2, 3. It's the neophytes versus the neurolictor. So there'll be 5 neophytes left in this squad. No, 6 of them. Oh, see, 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and where's the 6? 6. Yeah, schizophrenic gaming right now. Yeah, schizophrenic gaming. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And they'll get 5 attacks each. That's what would happen. And they'd hit them 3s. They'd wound them 5s. And then the neurolictor would get a 4+ save from them. So I'd hit them 3s. That's a bunch of misses. Wounds on 5s. And then you have to roll all of this again. Oh no, I dropped a dice. I dropped a dice. It's here. That's a lot of 5s. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds so far. But it gets a 4+ save. Solo hammer. Okay, it'll be 2 wounds on the lictor so far from the neophytes. I'm imagining it has 5 wounds. I like how I'm also guessing at what the stats of everything is. I'm not even playing properly. And then it wounds on 5s. Oh, that was only 1. That was a cocked dice. That's a lot of skulls. Oh my goodness. And then 4+ save. It passed. It took 2 wounds. Oh, yeah, it'll probably win the fight all in all. Except for if I would get pistol shots next turn into it. So I just like rolling dice. I got these cool dice. I never get a chance to roll them. So I'm like, wow, I want to roll. I want to roll dice. Also, I want to avoid painting. Oh, darn it. So I got my water. Yeah. In my official citadel. In my official citadel. Look at that citadel. Mug. These are moments I wish were figments of her imagination, but no, we are unfortunately real. The dice aren't though, they're figments of my imagination. Oh look, there's a little book here. Hello. Hello, friends. Hello. Slice. Ugh. Clockwork, hello Clockwork, new for you here. Are Black Templars your main army? Yes! I'm trying to build 10 detachments of 3,000 points each. So I have a 30,000 points of Black Templar. I have about 3,000 points of Tyranids as well, just because I was given a lot of Tyranids. They came with a Leviathan box set. And then there was the Leviathan box set Tyranids was super cheap on eBay. And then I bought the Combat Patrol magazine, which had more Tyranids in them. Also, then I saw Nana Simulator. I was like, that's the coolest model ever. I kind of want one. These are actually 4 goblins each in a suit of armor. No, it's not true. Oh gosh, I got to redo that plus. Don't have that cross. Yeah. But yeah, we gotta go through the models and paint them. I've painted a few more off stream, so there's only...
She has many a Templar. She also has a plastic crack addiction.
No plastic addiction. It's not an addiction. I can stop anytime I want. But we gotta buy more models before we stop. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. 7 of them still need painting. And one of these 7 is partially painted. The leggy leg. That's a lot of nids, but then again, nids aren't a hive mind for no reason yet. I can't remember how many nids there are off the top of my head. And I'm also going to get some Gene Stealer Cult models in the Combat Patrol magazine, so... yeah. At the moment, if I think, top of my head, for 60 Termagants, the ones with the guns, I think they're Termagants, aren't they? That means also 6 Rippers, 22 Neurogants, 15 of these Barbagants, 2 Parasites of Mortrex, 1 Neurolictor, a Hive Titan with wings, a Hive Titan without wings, a non-assimilator, the guy with a very big gun on his back. I can't remember what it's called. Very big model. It's basically just a walking gun. Like this big. No, I can't remember. Of it's exocrine. Maybe it's an exocrine or something like that. 2... What's it called? Oh, what are they called? Screamer Killer Carnifexes. 20 Harpies. I still need to build for Harpies. 10 Gene Stealers. Although they're going to be put into the Gene Stealer cult army in the end. What else is there? Currently just trying her best to yap her way out of painting. I can yap by as much as I want to. I'm a VTuber, it's my job. I can stop whenever going to have to press the X to doubt on that one, Chief. 20 Harpies. I hope you... Gargoyles! Yeah, 20 gargoyles, sorry. 20 gargoyles, not Harpies. Sorry, I get those two confused. Oh yeah, 2 Tyrannid Primes. Tyrannid Warrior Primes. What else is there? Oh, 9 of Von Rein's Leapers. And there's other stuff. 3 Psychophagus. Yeah. And I think that's mostly it from the top of my head. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of them. But, you know... And a partridge in a pear tree. No, it would be a harpy in a statue. In a belfry. Knife, go over here. Nice to meet you. Oh, there's just a pin over here. Pin. Ah. A harpy in a smoothie. A harpy in a smoothie. A harpy smoothie. Yeah. 30-minute pin review incoming. I was trying to take the end off the brush then, but it wasn't the wrong end. And one Hierophant. Which one's a Hierophant? Oh, Biotitan. No, I don't have a Biotitan. I kind of want one. I just don't have a place to put it. Oh, willingness to spend money on it. I'm going to look at my models. I feel like I'm missing something. No, I think that's everything. I can go black. I should probably continue building up my Raven Guard army I've got planned. Oh, Warhound size Titan. I already have a Warhound Titan. I showed that off last stream instead of painting. Was it last stream or was it the stream before? Oh, you got a Raven Guard army. Raven Guard are cool. Oh, I figured out, by the way, guys, how I could make my Night Lord loyalists who think themselves successors of the salamanders. Like, in name, they're successors of a salamander. In reality, they are descendants of the Night Lords. And that would be... It was actually really easy. What you do, you get a Vanguard Veteran Squad, you know, with the jump packs. And you give them all hand flamers. Give them all hand flamers. All 10 of them. Yeah. And then you put a captain in the squad who also has a hand flamer. And then you give them the detachment that gives them the stealth special rule. And then you give them the infiltrate to special rule on your captain. So then they can infiltrate and they can charge in with the flamers in the very first turn. And it's amazing. And then what you do, you take 2 squads of Reavers, because they feel very Night Lordy, and you give each of them a Librarian in Phobos army to lead them. And then you take a drop pod and put some, oh, what are they called? The Infernus Marines inside the drop pod. And that's like an army right there. And it's like, oh, that's like super Night Lordy army. It's got your Raptory type squads of your Vanguard veterans with flamethrowers, which also adds in your entire salamander feel to it with the flames. Bone or white primer? Oh, I used Wraithbone primer. I don't think next time I will do it because painting all this black is just taking too long and I can't be bothered with it. I don't think the results necessarily worthwhile. But it was a worthy experiment. I think next time I'm just going to undercoat them in black again. And I'll just paint the white shoulder pads on them. I think the Apothecary white is also quite a good thing for turning black into white. Or grey at least. That doesn't feel as chalky. I feel like that would have cut down on painting time by half. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking up different ways of painting. I was like hearing about contrast painting and that some people paint for Black Templar like this, where they undercoat them in bone white first or with another colour first, and then they paint for black onto them. I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. On Flames, I'd get Adeptus out Holy Fire for Holy Devotees. Yeah, no, my Flames are with my Guardsmen. I've got to do one of those. They're in Legends in 40k. But they're not in Legends in Horus Heresy. Oh, what is it called? Malcador Infernus. Yeah, I got a Malcador Infernus tank with my Guardsmen. Or real flamey power. Although it's kind of weak. I really want it to get updated. Change brush because its flamethrower is weak compared to other flamethrowers of a similar size. And for its points cost, it doesn't seem very good. But you know what? The model is super cool. Does the Black Templar use flamethrower? Or the Black Templars do use flamethrowers. They have a weapon called the Fire Blaster. A squad like this, the Crusader squads can have 2 different weapon options equipped to them. At least when it comes to like the special weapons, they can either have power fists. So a squad of 20 like this can have up to 4 power fists. Or you can have the power fist replaced by a flamethrower called a Fire Blaster.
Ah yes, the Macaria is impotent. Should have got the Cerastes kit and built the Acheron.
No. So yeah, they can have power fists, but you can also replace them with flamethrower. And I think the flamethrower, off the top of my head, is D6 attacks, strength 5, AP -1. I think that's the Fire Blaster stats. It's the same one that the Infernus have, actually. So it's whatever the Infernus stat line is the same for these guys. I don't really use them that much. One of my squads does have the Infernus in, but that's because not the Infernus, does have a Fire Blaster. But that's because I keep it in transport, like a repulsor transport. So they get off a transport, flame everybody. They can't charge that turn. So then if anyone tries moving nearby them, they can just overwatch them again with a flamethrower. And when I was doing some like maths in my head about how much damage you can do to different foes, I realised a Fire Blaster is probably better for somebody who's coming out of a transport like a repulsor. And similarly, these guys are meant to be on board a, oh, what's it called? A Mastodon tank, which has a transport for over 40 Marines. I think it's 46. And as a result, it's got one squad of 20 on board that have power fists, and then one squad of 20 that has flamethrowers. And as a result, what it does is both of them get off. The flamethrowers flame everything. Then if you try countercharging or running away, the flamethrowers then overwatch again. And then the next turn, these guys can charge. Why do I get the feeling most people do the Black Templar contrast over Gracie instead of Wraithbone? I don't know. Because you're silly. Does it feel hot when you wear gloves too long? It doesn't feel too hot, but the gloves definitely do get a bit sticky. Yeah, I have 2 Mastodon tanks. Want to see them? Want to see the Mastodon tanks? I mean, we could be painting, but also you definitely want to see the Mastodon tanks, right? I've got the old Mastodon tank and I got the new version of the Mastodon tank. Yeah, both of them were pre-built because I bought them on eBay for like real cheap. But not built how I would build them, because I'd build this front part so it would open up. Because like, this part's meant to open up, but both of them are glued shut. They're quite heavy as they're just massive blocks of resin. But we got, look, this cool gun that goes over the back, goes. This is the old version, by the way. It's undercoated in grey. Soon she'll bring up her golden Yu-Gi-Oh! Bullions, all according to the Cupcake plan. We're in a skip by the local Asta. Yeah, the issue with these ones is that the guns keep falling off the side, even if I blue tack them. It's like, it's white tack that I was actually using. But look, and they've got a cool little door at the back that's like way too small for a Space Marine to use. So big. So big. If we look at the side though, it's like, look, you've got one set of tracks there, then you got another set of smaller tracks at the front. And look, it's a double track there. And a double track there. And again, it's double tracked underneath too. It's like, oh! Ben keeps telling me to fix my Gladiator, Reaper or Lancer because of stats. But I'd rather the Reaper. Plus, I get to say, go ahead, call the Commissar, he can't unbirch you. Oh yeah, I love the Lancer Gladiator because I just love, and I love single shot weapons. Well, not necessarily single shot weapons, but the other ones that just go, your vehicle's gone, your monster's gone. So the Lancer's my favourite. But I definitely do want a couple of the Reapers. Because in stats, the Lancer is kind of good in some regards, but if you're fighting lots of infantry or whatever, or even actually some monsters, the Reaper is kind of better because of the number of shots it gets, and I think it gets sustained hits or something stupid. Or is it devastating wounds? One of them. But yeah, it's like when I was figuring out the maths behind, Folkite weapons, it's like, Folkite weapons look so bad. But then when I was calculating the maths of, on average, how many wounds should they do to, like, different entities and enemies, I found that the Folkite weapons almost always do better against tanks than the anti-tank weapons, and better against infantry than the anti-infantry specialized weapons. I was like, oh, the Folkite weapons just on average do better. They got 0 AP, but they've got devastating wounds. And lots of attacks. I was like, what? Also, look at that big old siege melter. It's like a triple melter. It's got flamethrowers, and it's got a las cannon on the side. It's like, oh. And here is for other mastodons. This one, this thing actually moves on the front, that melter. Still doesn't open up though, but it does have different weapons on the side. And also the fist going at the top has a different base in which it's rounded so it can swivel. Otherwise the model is almost identical. The door at the back is a bit different, in which it has, you can't really see it because it's black. But it's a bit different. It's made out of multiple panels instead of just being a door that looks like it swings open. Hi Mal, how you doing? Nice infantry setup. It would be a shame if someone were to reap it. Yuck. If I ever got Marines, I would definitely be tempted to make a very Scions-like list. All of the flying transport and gunships. Yeah. Personally, I like the Storm Eagles when it comes to our flying transports and gunships. The Storm Eagle just looks so much cooler than the Storm Raven. The Storm Raven looks too chunky and short. Well, that's also a good thing about the Repulsor. The Repulsor has a big old Gatling laser on it. Ow! Malma's so mean. But anyway, back to painting. Back to finishing painting. No! If I ever get into 40k, my army would be 3,000 points of Gretchen. Oh, I have figured out that you can get Gretchen as battle line. I think it costs 40 points a squad of 10 Gretchen, 80 points a squad of 20 Gretchen. So if you make them battle line troops, that would be 6 squads, which would be 120 Gretchen, and it would be 80 times 6, 480 points. 480 points for 120 Gretchen. Rothard detachment, let's go, yuck! If I became a Chaos player, then it would just be 3,000 points of Brimstone Horus. That'll be 2 squads of Horus to land. Oh, my cat's meowing at my door. The Brimstone of the small ones, they are 3 points per model. Just give me a moment. My cat is just meowing at my door in the saddest way possible. You want to see the kitty cat? Ah, Dina. Don't go over there. No, bad girl. No. Oh. Kitty. Kitty. Cat chasing cat. Cat. No, she doesn't want to go anywhere now.
Mama, I require the pets, and I hear there are models to knock off the table.
No, Nova's not seen. Oh, don't headbutt everything. No, don't headbutt. No headbutting. No! Don't headbutt the mat, you silly cat. Hello. Is a cat made out of bed? No, it's a normal cat that likes to headbutt everything. Don't headbutt the mat. The cat is here to destroy the Black Templar. Couldn't do a video, careful with the camera, Cupcake. She's not headbutting the camera, she's headbutting this thing. I jokingly call my cat to be Snurgle every time she jumps up on my desk when I'm trying to paint. Aww. Bloof headbutt it back to assert dominance. She's purring away. Don't headbutt the... Okay, one last look. Let's go. Let's go, Xena. No, don't go. She's molting. She's molting. You cannot see just how much fur is on my hands right now. Get headphones back on. Wait a minute. Light. Look how much fur is on my hands. She's definitely molting. How much that is. Oh, it's terrible. Ew, put in the washer. Do we need the Inquisitor to let the cat? Does Warhammer 40k have cats? Yes, it does. Do you want to see the cat? Do you want to see the cat? The 40k cat for everyone adores. Enough roof on your hands to build a new cat. Yes, it's true. Hello! 40k. Xenos armies. How dare it? How dare it? Come on. Cat! Cat! Look, kitty cat. Kitty cat. Your Fane has a cat. Yeah. Oh my goodness. My cat somehow convinced my dogs to mess with me. I'm cooking right now. The cat's crawling on my back of a dog. Dog what? Sits on my lap. Oh no. 110,000. Nice. Damn, cat is a thing in 40k. It is. Meow. I'm not a meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
Aren't there an app human that's basically cat girls?
Yeah, there is an ab human in 40k for is cat girl, a mutant, but you can't actually get models of them. And they just mentioned in the lore a couple of times. Oh goodness, get all this furry fur off me. Oh goodness. There you go. Felinids, my beloved. Don't drink for felinids! Does cat girl count as a furry in Warhammer? No! It counts as mutant. Felinids, I believe, which definitely doesn't make them sound like a Saturnid psyop. I like our TTS version more of a felinid. I don't know about version. A fur wound for gloves, it's true. I need to get some of the fur off just so that when we're painting it doesn't get hair all over the models. Because I already had a couple of models that I ended up having to pull hair off. There we go. Are there any other cats? I don't think there are any other cats in the game. Oh, there are other cats in... Well, not 40k. But at least in IOF over here. Look! Cats! Big old cats! Where's the chariots? I think they're coming out next week, actually. Both in this box. Big cat. Oh, the version is just a human head stitched on the body of a cat. That sounds horrible.
Should start a Space Cats army. It's just a Space Wolves offshoot. Can use real kitty cat fur for the trim.
No, I won't use real kitty cat fur. Oh, it's so itchy. It's so itchy. Ah, it's got up my nose. Okay. Is a Space Wolf after the new Space Wolf helmet as a furry wolf? Something like that, I don't know. The gloves are looking a little bit nicer. Are there any cat girls plus elf? I don't think so. The closest we have is a cafe Dragon Lord woman. Meowing. Winks can use telekinesis and look like cats, but they can be a meter in length. I don't know what the Grinks is. Yeah, everyone get bonked. Cat elf girl. Calf girl. You want to go with calves? Okay, painting. The cat distraction worked, but now it's back to painting. Oh, I feel kind of sorry having to kick my cat out the room. But she always wants to knock things over and jump on things that she shouldn't be jumping on. Magikarp girl! No, there's no such thing as a Magikarp girl. Nintendo specifically requested that I say that. Also, no, Gyarados girl. Oh no, my tummy. My tummy go bubbly. You can't send me to beep jail. Be careful with words. You're the warden. No, you can go to beep jail even if you're the warden. We'll just get a new warden. Don't worry about it. How jails work. Is White Templar underrated? I don't know if there are any White Templar. I know there's Silver Templar, but they're not actually related to the Black Templar. They're offshoots of the Ultramarines. If they don't do crusading, they just act like a normal chapter for the most part, other than they really love their weapons. And form bonds with them and name the weapons. What about Pancake Girl? Pancake Girl! No, Pancake Girls are evil! Pancakes are all evil. They're like the imposters in Among Us. And not even real cakes. They claim to be cakes, but they're not cakes. They're just trying to steal from us. Steal our identities, they are. Imposters, meanie old imposters. Pancake Conjuror, aka Pancon. No, there's no Pancake Conjuror. Oh my goodness. If I was to do an April Fool's, it would have to be Cupcake Conjuror. The arch nemesis of Cupcake Conjuror. Da 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 da. Every day is April Fool's if you want it to be. No, no days are April Fool's. April Fool's worst day. Oh goodness, Timmy pain, tummy pain. Sorry about hissing. Just, it hurts. Da, 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 da. Magikarp girlfriend pose redacted. Your degenerates cons can't go swimming, can only splash and flail. And we all know 1 HP golden Magikarp can sweep any monster, any gym. Da, 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 da. Hey, don't redact that. If Pokemon were part of Warhammer, they would probably try and contain Hoopla and use their rings to safely teleport, making the warp obsolete. Probably, honestly. Either that or they'd kill all the Hoopla. You never know with 40k, because sometimes you think, oh, they're definitely going to kill that, and then they're like, no, we're going to make use of them. Do you like the monkeys, the worker monkeys? The little orange ones that are super clever, and are used by tech priests and the Inquisition. And they're actually Xenos. And sometimes they come across something that's way more harmless, way more useful than something else. And it's like, no, we're killing it. Like, what? Never trust the Imperium. Lopunny is definitely a Duracard. No. Lopunny, it would definitely end up being killed off. What's happening? Getting loads of notifications. Okay, no, it's okay. Some heresy is acceptable. It's a very broad as to what, but some heresy is fine. Also, it's very broad what is considered heresy or not. Like, an Inquisitor would be like, nah, that's not heresy, don't worry about it. While others would be like, nope, that's definitely heresy. Cat hair. Honda model. Now that's heresy. Now that's what I call heresy. As the Blood Angel, they're doing heresy every day. Nah, Blood Angels would never do heresy. Horus! There's no such thing as a red first. You're not going to say I will. Now 40k, that's what I call heresy. Oh, red first. What's that? Red first. Red first is for Blood Angels, purportedly, or maybe a little bit vampire-like, in which they thirst for people's blood and they must drink the blood to quench that thirst. Yeah, I don't think Cuptle wants to read it. But Emperor don't know that, right? No, the Emperor does know that, I believe. The Emperor is was aware of the defects in all of his children and the Space Marines.
If you're not gonna say it, I will. Now 40k, that's what I call heresy.
There we go. Finally, Cuptle. You were slow then. These are our 4 to 5 business days. Some like it's a morning. It's a morning. Okay, it's early afternoon. Cuptle's sleepy. Cuptle's tired. Cups have to go through Imperial admissions. Yeah, it's just the Imperium's administration system. Cuptle's been using them to handle messages. I blame for tubes. It's a tubes! Look at Cuptle dancing. Because even the messages about you complaining about Cuptle hasn't yet reached Cuptle. I blame Erebus. I blame Erebus! I always blame Erebus. Erebus sucks. Do you want to look at more models? Want to look at more models, eh? Want to look at something cool? Oh, goodness. I dropped a brush. Oh, it's halfway under my desk. Oh, how did that open up? How did we get here? Oh, goodness. Oh, I stubbed my toe. Erebus! Wait, it's an Erebus model. I want to know. Erebus. Yeah. Look at this silly model. Look at his silly little claws. Look at his silly little man. Oh, my dog Erebus came to me thinking I called him. Your dog's called Erebus! No! Silly bald man. Yeah, look at it. And look at this silly little guy. Look at his silly little claws. Look at his silly little backpack. Oh, look at all the dead people. Oh. Okay, the claws look a bit cooler there. Why name such a holy creature such a heretical name? Them against Gark and Mark would win. You want to know? I want to look at the Ark army. Let's look at Arks. Look at that big old cool stuff. Got a chomp squig. Oh, look at the new Wrecker crew. Combat Patrol. I can't get this Combat Patrol. Main reason being is because it just doesn't match the theme of the arcs that are coming in the whatever. I got a pain boss over here. So silly. Oh, Farron just looking like the Dark Apostle model. Actually, that checks out. Carry on. Gun wagons. We don't have a gun wagon. Arc mech boy. Arc boys. Gretchen! Grots! Look at these grots. Yeah, grots don't really do anything currently. Yeah. How expensive is it for a it's only 15 quid for a box of Gretchen. That's cool. And it's not even online only. Arc Pain Boy, 20 quid. That's a cool Pain Boy. What about the other Pain Boy up here? The Pain Boss. Oh, that's like a war boss. Ooh. Do we still have a Pain Boy special character in the game? Oh, look at the mech guns. The mech guns look so cool. I love artillery. Look, it's got loads of Grots and Gretchen around it. Oh. Ba-doom, ba-doom. Out of all models in Warhammer, what's your favourite? I'm a personal fan of the Adeptus Mechanicus Sky Stalkers. I'm not sure what my favourite is. This is a cool model, this big mech. Definitely not Death Copters. Oh my gosh, they were annoying when I had them. A Gorkanaut. That's like an Imperial Knight size model, but it's much cheaper in points than Imperial Knight. Much cheaper in price too. But I'm not sure what my favourite model is. It'd be hard to say. But Night Lords have some cool models. I really like Drukai. They are my favourite army. Oh, look, Lilith! Lilith Hellaspat. So cool. My favourite model is the Tau Ghost Heel Battlesuit. Ooh. Look at those bikes. Very cool. Oh. Scourgish. Scourgish! Mandrakes are cool models. Look at them. Look at their flamey hands and everything. Oh! Incubi are also super cool models. Look at them. Look at them. Ah, I love that. I love Drukai. And look at the Void Raven Bomber. And the Talos. And the Rat. Gotta love a Garknot. Is that a mini made of miniguns? Yes. Umi, yes it is. Where's the Tau Ghost Gear? We'll look at that now. Tau have some cool models. Where's a Riptide? That's cool. Which one's a Ghost Gear? Storm Surge, that kind of meh, to be honest. Respite Stingwings are cool. Is that the only box of Kroot now for Kill Team version? Oh no, there's Kroot Carnivores here too. That's cool. Ghost Kill, Ghost. Ooh, Tau Tiger Shark. Here we go. Ghost Kill. Ghost Kill is a cool model. Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't really pick a favorite model. There's definitely a lot of cool ones. Like, what did you say your favorite was? Adeptus Skystalkers. These ones. I like the Sterilizers more than the Skystalkers, but that's partly just lore. But yeah, these are cool models. Remind me of a Kite Dude. Horus Heresy has a lot of very cool models too. Especially in the Mechanicum. Like these Phalanx cohorts and this cohort here. Some of the knights are super cool. And this thing's super cool. Those things are super cool. Those ones are cool. Look at these dudes. These robots. Robot praying mantises with miniguns. Now that's cool. I don't think I could pick up... Yeah, definitely don't think I could pick a favourite model. Baneblades are nice. I really like this thing. Where is it? Farsis, not called Mechanicum. Farsis of the Emperor. This is ridiculously cool. We've got one of these. Malcador Infernus. Super cool model. I love a mongoose. And a Malaysian dog regiment models. Oh, I want Malaysian dog. I want the chem dogs. Hello! The first I call it a Primark. I'm just gonna call you Primark. Hello, Primark. It's not the Macarius Impotent. It's a Malcador Infernus. Malcador heavy tank here. I'm not a big fan of those Sentinels. The Malosian Dog Regiment. So the Lost Primark. Oh no, there's two Primarks here. Hello, the Lost Primark. How are you doing? We're looking at models for some reason. To distract ourselves. Oh, goodness. Oh no, Black Templar. Black Templar are the coolest models. I don't know. I really like the new gladiators. Like the Repulse Execution is cool. The Gladiator Lancer is ridiculously cool. I like these things until someone pointed out the little guy at the back. You know, with his head between the rocket pods. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that part. Remove that part there and these are super cool. I love the new Dreadnought. The Primaris Dreadnought. That is a stupid looking model. I love the Impulsors. This thing looks cool. You scared of painting? Yeah, a few Primarchs I've got some lost haven't favors. Khan, Falcon a few times. Dawn, don't forget Dawn. There's a lot of blue in these so-called Black Templars. Where's the blue? Do you mean for blue edges and highlights? Yeah, I guess it is very comic book black. Capture Survivors has some cool models too. Look at that tank. Look at my castigator tank. Look how cool that is. It's covered in candles and all sorts. And look at these war suits. They're ridiculous. I want war suits at every army now. And these guys. These girls. Look so... These girls look so fun. Gotta go. Bye-bye, Bunny. Love heart down here. Down here at the bottom. Love heart. Carver's just quoting Lovecraft outside Logos window and for warp. Look at this. Look at this. In 80s, Spider-Man Venom is supposed to be black, but he looks blue most of the time. Yeah, because it was a printing limitation. If they wanted to be able to show details in it, so they couldn't just go for pure black. I believe. Oh, there's so many cool models here. And this thing for Pipe Pog, and that's also Missile Launcher. And also Xenos armies, Tyranids. My favourite Tyranid model, other than maybe for Stolen Folks, because I love them, is probably, at the moment... Oh, I do like the Trigon as well. More of a Marlock. That's a cool model. Hello, Noah! I uploaded some fun model vids on your Discord. Oh, I have to look at them. This one, I love this thing. Oh, these two are cool. The Harridan and the Hierophant. Oh, now very cool. But yeah, I absolutely adore this non-assimilator model, emissary model. That's it. The emissary is the cool one. The assimilator, less cool. Non-emissary, so cool. I love it. It's like a little Godzilla. Yeah. Thought that would be fun for the stream. Oh, I'll look at your little model videos. Oh. You see, some remastered Iron Man comics have Crimson Dynamo looking pink. Crimson Dynamo looking pink. Oh no. Oh gosh, I definitely have to make sure there's no music playing in these. Oh, they are cool models though. Guys, go on the Discord and look at the cool models. Yeah. Oh, nice sheen of that black looks like charcoal. Oh yeah, but this is what models I'm going for in our final design. This is a model I've been working on off stream before we started painting. It's far from finished, but it was just like testing out for different things we can do. Got certain it's not pink, it's a lightish red. Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Will you ever do a stream painting minis with viewers?
A stream painting minis with viewers? What do you mean a stream painting minis with viewers? Like, I'm painting at the moment. Kind of, maybe, a little bit. A little bit. We'll go back to painting. I got distracted for too long. We've done like most of the model. Like in your voice chat on Discord. Oh, like so you guys can join in too and talk. Probably not. I mean, maybe one day. I mean, I can't rule it out entirely. But that does scare me. Ideas of painting with people in voice chat. Also, one of the things about like, especially from streaming stuff, is I have to be very picky of like who I'm streaming with. And collabing with, because I don't want people saying or doing things on stream and then it being like seemingly me condoning it. And you can never trust people to not do something too crazy. Or that could potentially get me banned. Hello, Tony. How you doing? The model I got waiting is for RG Akatsuki Gundam Uwashi. Oh my goodness, I could not pronounce any of that. I'm sorry. It's so shiny. It's so shiny. Oh, Daybreak, it means Daybreak Gundam Eagle. Daybreak Gundam Eagle, ooh. That sounds like a crazy name. Okay, it's another painted little scout troop or neophyte. But Uwashi is specifically...
What is the largest mini you have painted?
Largest mini I have painted. Give me a moment to be distracted again. Let me be distracted. You're having a pretty good day. Nice! The Uwashi is specifically Stellar Sea Eagle. Ooh. I wonder if it's the same Stella that named the sea cow. Largest minis I've ever painted, I'm not entirely sure. It's probably some form of Titan from when I was a kid. I painted dragons and stuff. Largest mini we've painted since I've come back to Warhammer is one of these two. I've got this dreadnought called Hyman. Black Temper Ballistus Dreadnought. Got our tyranny junk at the bottom. And it's got a sword, so it can hit them with a sword. Okay, it might have lost its arms, so it can't hit anything with swords anymore. But he's still carrying his sword because he's a Black Templar. It's never without a sword. But yeah, oh my goodness, that. So yeah, this is... Actually, I didn't do too badly with this, I feel like. If the front does come off. Be very careful not to break all the lanterns and stuff off. How these things move? Like, do they move? No, they don't. It's a other dreadnought where they move. I do have a Warhound Titan. I don't have it painted at the moment. I used to have all sorts of stuff. Like, I had big old stompers that were handmade and Gargantum Squiggles. And they were painted. I have like some Baneblade sized models. I don't think I have any other ones that I personally painted still. And then this is where I first painted the colour scheme for the Tyranids. I was quite happy with how it turned out on the carapace, but I was really unhappy with how the skin turned out on the blue on the skin. It looks okay, I suppose. I just wasn't happy with it, which is why I spent so long experimenting on these other models with the blues and the yellows. I feel like I'm much happier with this yellow compared to this other yellow. And with this blue parts of the flesh versus the blue parts here. Well, this is why you experiment. Rip Banker Tank, you just ordered. I know you did. You were on the Discord when you ordered it. And this is the other experiment we did with the blue and yellow, which made it even worse. The legs make it look like it wadded through a pool of gore. I mean, it kind of created that pool of gore, the wading through that it waded through. But yeah. I'll also look at the base blood everywhere. The blood on the base isn't very well done. But yeah, blood all there, odd up it. Big old bloody claws. Could have done maybe more to get a sheen on for blood. But didn't care for it. Still prefer the custom effects kit. Yeah, custom effects kit is better overall, but the Screamer Killer is... Oh no, I like this Screamer Killer. It reminds me a lot of the old-fashioned, like the old metal model Screamer Killer that you could also make old One Eye with, or if they had an old One Eye version. But I really do like this kit. Like, it looks so cool. That being said, it's not really posable. There's not a lot of ways that you can build this kit. There's not spare parts to it. It's like if you had to choose between this and a normal Carnifex kit, I'd say get the normal Carnifex kit. It comes with loads of spare parts. But if you just wanted a Screamer Killer and you didn't care about spare parts, personally I think this is just cooler. Like, sure, you can make a Screamer Killer with a normal kit too, but I don't know, there's something about this I just really like. He's winding up for a haymaker. I don't think it was a terrible job doing this, but I definitely think the skin could have been improved significantly. Like, if we had... Well, I didn't actually have all the colours I did for this one. But if I'd done something similar here, it would be, I think, just way nicer having that darker yellow and the bright blue parts around the hands and stuff. Around all the joints. And making the blue sheenier. Shinier. Would have been nice. Yeah, I know. It's a reference to an old model, but I think the old model looks silly too. So just making it more detailed doesn't help. Yeah, the old model looks very silly. I personally think this model is a good compromise between the modern version of the Carnifex and the old version of the Carnifex. Like, it just... I don't know, it just makes the... It combines the pose of the original and the general shape with the anatomy of the new models. I don't know. I like it. I like it. I think it's good. I think it's nice because especially one of the things I don't like about the modern kit for the Carnifex is the fact that it's just so hunched back. It's incredibly hunchback, and while you can build it in all sorts of ways, you're relatively stuck with this one type of look it's got. So when you're building lots of Carnifexes, which is a good chance you will do, especially if you want to have 3 of a Screamer Killer and then 3 of the normal ones, then you're going to get an army of Carnifexes that all look kind of identical to one another. So having at least one or two of them be for Screamer Killer, I think, just helps change up that appearance of them. It adds more variety to them, I guess. That's a good word. Screamer Killer is... I don't know. It's a cool model. Also, because of current rules, I can't get the meme out of my head of a Screamer Killer with this pose. Just being off the screen gets cover, even though it's like the tippy top of a talon. Yeah. What I like to think about the cover rule is what I used to say when I was a kid, in which how easy it was to try and get people out to cover. It's like we should always get at least a minimum amount of cover, because I mean, most of the time the battlefield's going to be an absolute mess. Why don't our models just lie down? It's like, yeah, sure, my model's in a pose currently that makes it very, very... Because you had this thing about, you know, if you had a fence, let's say, that was this tall, and a model, so let's say it came up to the waist here, and you got two different models. You got one that's down on his knees, one that stood straight, and then one that's in a jumping pose to like attack or whatever. Or it's like a sergeant on a base. Old rules, the model that was knelt down would get full cover. This model would get half cover, and then the model that was jumping would get no cover. And it's like, yeah. That's just the kind of thing of how it went. And it made no sense, because it's like, it's just for posing. It's silly, it's fun. It's like, sure, you know where they are, but surely they should still get the cover bonus, right? And it at the same time, if in the middle of an open field, have you ever laid down in the middle of an open field while being shot at? An open field is very good at blocking bullets. Because especially when you got soldiers and warfare happening everywhere, it's going to churn up the ground. You're going to have muddy mounds everywhere. You lying down in the middle of the ground is actually going to be pretty effective cover, especially when it comes to like an explosive exploding next to you. If you're laid down here, you're probably going to be safe lying down there when the explosion is here on the ground. Like a mortar dropping and going... Now, if it's above you, it's not and it explodes. Sure, it's not providing much cover. But so, I mean, I can still see it. It's like in the middle of a city, you're going to have rubble everywhere. And the Carnifex, you can imagine, isn't necessarily just always screaming everywhere. With its head up, it's probably keeping close to the ground and running towards you and trying to strafe, because Tyranids aren't stupid. That's how I like to imagine it anyway. Can't see every part of a model, it gets cover. The way when she was younger, she used to hit people with bricks and they brought up the cover rule. Honestly, the cover rules absolutely... So I'd rather everyone gets the light cover for most of the time than people arguing over what counts as in cover and what isn't. It's a bit of a meme. It is funny, but... And it can be silly at times. But to be quite frank, I think it's easier to explain than... Yeah, because your model is in a cool pose, it doesn't get any cover despite being behind a fence. And the rest of the squad clearly being of a height where it's... It's like, yeah. I think they could definitely improve on the cover rules. I think it's very easy to headcanon, like, why the Carnifex is in cover. Also, in general, gives models more survivability, which I think makes the game more fun. Titanic has an interesting cover rule. You can take a line of sight from a firing weapon at the target and see how much of a target you can see. Not to 25% is obscured, no penalty. 25 to 50 is -1 to hit, 50% is -2. Yeah, 40k used to have a rule similar to that. First, there were 2 types of cover. I think it was hard cover and light cover. Hard cover gave you a 4+ cover save. Light cover gave you a 5+ cover save. And then you had whether your model was... If it was 50% covered, then you only got half cover, which would reduce your save. If it was less than 50% covered, sorry. If it was less than 25% covered, again, you don't get a cover save, similar to Titanicus. If it's 25% to 50% covered, it counts as half cover, and if it's fully covered, or over 50%, sorry, it counts as full cover. That's what it used to be, something like that anyway. And it was all about line of sight from the firing weapon too. And because you had different models that could move for weapons, and it's like some people would glue the weapons in place because they didn't like it constantly falling off. And it's like, well, my weapon should be able to turn, but at the moment it can't turn because, you know, I glued it in place. It's like, I want to turn my weapon to look at that thing. It's like, you can't because this building's in the way. It's like, well, I'll just smash through the building, wouldn't it? Okay, I'll just turn it the other way round. We're getting to your explain drop pool rules again today, yippee. Talan's being mean again. So it was... So, like, trees would give you light cover. Barricades would count as normal, a heavy cover. Oh, I think fortifications. You had fortifications as well, which gave you a 3+ cover save. It's like a bunker. You already explained drop pool. I did explain them today. No, it's 9 inches away from the enemy. You missed it, Talan. You were even paying attention. 7 inches. No, 9 inches, Talan. 9 inches. But yeah, so cover became very complicated. Started a lot of arguments between people. And then you had the thing of, like, what models are you shooting at? It's like, because like if a squad's half of the squad's in cover, half of the squad isn't. Does that mean half the squad gets cover and half the squad doesn't? Or does it mean the entire squad gets half cover? Eventually they changed that rule to half the squad gets... No, the squad gets half cover as a whole. But originally, I believe it was only the models in cover get the cover save. And it was the owner of the models that chose which ones they get shot at first. But they can't choose models that the opponent can't see. But then there's a weird rule as well, in which, let's say you had 10 models that were in cover. 10 models. Some of them were behind a building so if the opponent couldn't see them. And some of them were in cover and some of them weren't. The opponent hits you with enough shots that first you get rid of the models that aren't in cover, let's say you choose to. Or you choose to take saves on the models in cover. You can't then choose to take saves on the models that can't be seen. So you have to now take saves on the models that can be seen and aren't in cover. But they still have more attacks to make from the unit that's shooting at that squad. So the attacks would now be made at the ones that they can't actually see, and those ones will die. And whether they get cover or not was often up to the judgment rules. So it caused a lot of confusion in the game, and I'm glad they changed a lot of this stuff. And it's like, what counts as part of a model and what doesn't? Like, does the antenna on the back of my model count as part of a model, or does it not? Does the flag on my model count as part of a model or not? When it comes to 50% obscured. So it was very, very... I know it's usually fine in casual games, but when you sometimes have like people who, you know, they'll get very, very particular about it. And it's, oh... It's just way better now. I'd rather just a Carnifex not be getting cover because put a tip of its claws in cover than dealing with all of that again. And it's fine with those who never had to deal with that sort of stuff, but I never played competitively, yet I still had to deal with a lot of that issue because people were just... I mean, you can't always choose the people that you play with. And there's a lot of people that are very much like that. 8th and 9th had light and heavy cover. Light cover gave +1 save in 8th, but it ignored 1 AP. In 9th, heavy cover was -1 to hit and same save rules. You took saves on the worst potential save first. Oh. Makes sense. Makes sense. I think that rule like came in 6th or 7th, where you'd always take it on the worst potential save first. Because I do remember that rule coming into the game. But as much as it's easy to complain about the simplification of 10th's rules, it is nice at the same time. I do wish there were different types of cover still though. Like, I do miss having heavy versus light cover. A little bit of slow rolling was needed, and mutual agreement on what's not in cover and what is from a weapon. That was always the hard part. Getting that mutual agreement to go. And then you have to like get judgment calls in from people, you know, like running the store or whatever. And then people would get into arguments and it's like, oh. Like, I do wish just playing a flat map. Some people actually do. I've been on the Reddit a couple of times and people are saying that it's like, oh my goodness, like Tau are so bad. Why are Guardsmen so bad? And the biggest thing that always comes back is how are you actually playing? What does the battlefield look like? And when the map is just like a flat map where there's not a lot to cover or whatever. Or whether it's not a lot to terrain. Oh, is it Tau? Oh, like, what's it called? World Eaters. That's one of the ones, World Eaters. Because World Eaters are combat force that they really like cover. And they think they're power overpowered. That was one of the main ones. It's like, Oh my goodness, you got way too much cover on your battlefields. Everyone's getting too much cover. Or you don't have enough cover on your battlefield. You're not getting any cover. That's why you're being killed by these shooty armies. Check this out. Make every cover be exactly as tall as the tallest infantry model, then stop making taller models. I'm, as you can tell, not a fan of 10's cover, not done for fault of the cover rule, but due to a compounding issue of everything getting tougher and AP generally dropping. Now that's why I actually kind of like it, because I never liked in the game how killy everything was. Like, you'd use, like, one of the things I see at the moment in a lot of games is like people doing their showing off in other games. Oh, what's it called? Battle reports, doing battle reports. One of the things I see now in 10th is more armies surviving with more models. While back when I was playing, it was very, very common to get tabled by your opponent. And like the person who won to also have like barely any models left. And I always thought, especially if you're doing like campaigns, crusades or whatever, that just seemed so terrible. Like, it's like each time you go into battle as a Space Marine, you're losing most of your models. I don't like aiming a gun with -1 AP and the enemy having a better save because of cover. Well, think about it like this, is if your enemy is a guardsman and they're in cover, they would have a 4+ cover save. They would have a 4+ armor save because they're in cover. If you're using an AP1 weapon, they're now down to a 5+ save. And then you've got things like my guardsman, where it's like, I use a recon ability, and I think that means that they basically always count as being in cover, even if there is no cover. It's one of the rules. So that's what we're getting anyway. The AP is still useful, it's just everyone's armor save improves by +1 point. Personally, if I was playing the game, I'd probably do a house rule in which everything has to be at least a little bit in actual cover. Like, just because a bit of a claw and antenna is in cover doesn't count. That's what I'd personally say. But obviously you need the opponent to agree with that sort of thing. Another solution, everything is always in cover, always, except if you're winning. Effectively, the stat cards lie, improve your save by 1. Well, that's the thing. Cover doesn't improve your save by 1. It improves your save by 1 to a maximum of 3+. Space Marines against Lasguns don't get benefit from cover. A Carnifex doesn't get benefit from cover because it's got a 2+ armor save. So if you're firing a bolt gun at it, it doesn't matter. It's always on a 2+ armor save. It goes down to -1. Okay. 3+ armor save. It doesn't matter if it's in cover or not. It's got a 3+ armor save. It's only when you start firing heavier weapons at it that reduces its save to 4+ that cover starts counting. Oh, the guy doesn't have any shoulder pad. Only plus on his shoulder pad. Okay. So it's, I don't know. So you don't, it's not just improving the save by +1, it's... It does work. Da, 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 da. And then you got a stratagem that gives you the ability to go to ground, which I think also gives you cover saves as well as -1 to hit. So, I don't know. I definitely think there's a logic sense to it all. There's definitely still a tactical sense to it all. Oh goodness. Okay, I need to BRB. Tummy is being mean to me. So I'll be right back. Get yourselves drinks and stuff. I'm alive! Oh, my tummy's mean to me. And she's off to a cupcake range to bake new cupcakes. I don't think she ever thought for implications when she first said that. No. No, I'm not. No, when I said that I'm off to a little cupcake room. Like where people say the little girl's room or whatever, but it's a little cupcake room. Cupcakes are nurglings, to be fair. Some of us are sassy enough to be nurglings. Nurglings aren't sassy. And yes, that does make her a great unclean. I'm not a great unclean one. I'm way too powerful. And not stinky enough. I think this is falling down for you, Ben. Someone bet. No, I don't fall down for you, Ben. I just got tummy problems. I've been really bad today for some reason. I was thinking last night that maybe I should cancel today's stream, but then I was like, nah, never. I need to paint. People just be thinking and trying to find every excuse to not paint. And then, you know, today I kind of found every excuse to not paint. Oh, remember, you're amazing. Take care of yourselves. Don't become nurglings. And remember to like the stream if you like the stream. Oh, darn it. Tummy problems are not very fun, though. Internet working. Internet. Yeah. Okay. Everything's working. Everything's working.
We are both your excuse to paint and to not paint. Gotta love the siege.
I love the siege. No, there's no siege here. But yeah, you guys are very good at distracting me. Like, no, I need to paint. After today's stream, I'm probably just going to have to relax. Take it easy for the rest of the day. I wanted to get other stuff done today, but you know, sometimes you just have to go, okay, I can't do that today. Gotta make health a priority. Do-do-do-do. Health is a priority. Do-do-do-do. F. Why is Talan typing F? I'm not a fail. I'm not a fail. Much like a large person, your stomach is always getting in the way. Yeah, stomach does. It's a very mean stomach, you know. I don't even do anything bad to it. Oh, it's grumbly still. It's like, oh, you didn't do anything bad, did you? You didn't do anything bad, did you? You're lying to them. You ate food and you drunk drink. It's like, yeah, that's not bad. That's me just trying to survive. It's like, call it what you want. Should trade it for a better model. Unfortunately, you're no longer under warranty. I don't think they do trade in stomachs, unfortunately. Trading, it's not just a stomach, it's the entire, you know, just the tract, entire digestional tract. Need to fix it. Unfortunately, the warranty expires at like conception. Could you imagine that? Your car warranty expired the moment your car was built. Or first entered the factory to be built. Done all the parts for sent to the factory? Yeah, that's when your car's warranty expired. It's like, but I didn't even have the car then. It's like, well, it's not my fault. Car technically didn't exist then. It's like, yeah, it's a terrible car. Why has a terrible warranty? I mean, I could go dark here. No, don't go dark. It depends. Don't go too dark because I want to not be demonetized. There we go. Oh. We're painting. We be painting. Oh gosh, I didn't read. Oh no! What are you doing coming off your base, you silly? See, it's a bit dark by my standard, which means you'd get yeeted off the platform, so I shall refrain. Yeah, don't yeet me off the platform. He broke off his base. What I want is, do you know in 40k where they have that weird thing that the High Lords have, and some of these rogue traders, and it really extends their life and makes them all mutated, and it fixes like all of the health problems. I need one of them. Oh no, that's not very based of him. Yeah, it's not very based, is it? No, I don't see any goats here either. How do you expect to be based or goated with actions like this? Oh, now I want a Space Marine chapter code for goats. Or for rams or something. And they all have like goat horns on their head. Like all the helmets have goat horns, and some of them just have goat horns growing out of the head. And a lot of them have hooves. Actually, wait a minute, that just makes beastmen. That's just beastmen. Space Marines. Yeah, but for loyalist Space Marines. I like those dragon Space Marines, you know, the ones that had the horns and stuff growing out of them, but for fully loyalist. And not mutated by chaos. Ah yes, goat horns. Definitely looking slightly chaos here. Yeah, we've already had spiky Marines though, with claws growing out of their backs of their hands and stuff. And big old horns on their head. Devil horns. Maybe hooves would be going too far. Oh, they're all Reavers, and you give them all the grappling hooks, because that means they're just super good at climbing. Ah, the mountain goat chapter. Like, make your army 3 squads of 10 reavers, all with a grappling hook so they can climb, you know, any terrain. Oh, put Phobos librarians in each of the units. Black Dragon's 21st founding salamander successor. Yeah. Oh, now I really want goat marines now. Grappling hook him for way up building. Salamanders are chonk because of overactive bone growth implant. Black dragons aren't a star, but the implant causes bone spears and horns. Yeah! I don't know what chapter there'd be for goat marines. Maybe there'll be salamanders as well. Space wolves maybe. Space goats. Yeah, space goats. The space sheeps. The entire chapter. What else would they have in their chapter? Maybe outriders, but for all riding like giant robo goats. Servo goats. Hey, alternative universe where there's a book series is Gaunt's Ghosts. Goats. Not Gaunt's Ghosts. Gaunt's Goats. That's the one where he became a beastman. What are you painting? Black Templar Space Marines. We're continuing doing all the black painting that we need to do on the armor. There's only 4 left after this guy. Hopefully I can get another 2 at least done before the end of the stream. Although I am going very slowly with it and getting distracted a lot. What vehicles would they go for though? So you got 3 Reavers, which is... Oh no, think about 160 points. Something like that. Is that 190 points? Maybe 190 points each squad. Do you see the new drop pods are making? Yay! We've already looked at them yesterday and on this stream. Gonna have to wait for the new data list to be released of the new models to actually fully be released before I can have a full opinion on them. At the moment, I have mixed feelings. I'll definitely miss fur weapons if they get rid of the weapons. There you go, he's back on his base. Okay, I've got to put it into one side or that glue dries. Actually, I'll do for shoulder pads. I was hoping they'd kind of like announce a re-release of some of the old Land Raider models with the 25th anniversary. I'm planning on buying 2 boxes once they drop. Once they drop. I don't know, I'll probably get a cut few eventually. I already have 1 drop pod. There's not many things that I actually use drop pods for though. There's 1 army I've got planned, which is a siege regiment army, which will have 3 drop pods and 3 Primaris Crusader squads for the drop pods. So yeah. There's that, I guess. But that's the only army that I think will need them. I've also been thinking about making a Salamander army that might use drop pods, because I like Infernus Marines, but generally you want something like a drop pod for them. A Land Raider Redeemer could also work.
Gotta love the 21st founding. That was the Mechanicus, the risk was calculated, but DSMN I'm bad at math, but in binary, moment.
But darn, I'm bad at maths. Yeah, the Mechanicum is surprisingly bad at mathematics. It's almost like most of them aren't even scientists. They're just priests that don't understand science and instead worship the creations of it. We are the IT guys. Yeah, they're really bad at... They're the IT guys who... I don't even know. They like lied on the resume. Like the local church got shut down, so he had to get a job for like the priest of the vicars at the church. So they decided just to lie on the resume to an IT company and got in anyway. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Science, that's heresy. Chemistry, physics. Sounds like heresy to me. Like, Carl, what are you doing? I'm making stuff. I'm inventing stuff. It's like, what do you mean inventing stuff? You mean like finding old STCs and patterns and, you know, building them? It's like, no, I'm literally just making stuff from scratch. Heresy! Have you tried turning it off and on again? Looks at Ironsiders. They're scared to turn off because they don't remember how to turn them back on. No, we are not doing that. The grand ritual of turn it off and back on again. Iron Striders.
Hey Cal, what do you got there? What? This? A smoothie?
Meanwhile, next to him, Abomination. Robot Abomination. Graph tanks. I know some people hate repulsors, but I absolutely adore them. I adore all the new graph tech for Space Marines. It feels fitting for Space Marines, I'm sorry. Primaris range, just a Primaris range, yes. But also best friend Necron, right next to him. I do imagine how GW must feel at times. GW were like, hey, did you know back in the Horus Heresy, Space Marines used to have loads of graph vehicles and now we don't have them? And it's like, hey, can we have the graph vehicles again? Hey, can we have the graph vehicles again? And that's just what the fans were like for ages. It's like, okay, we're giving them the graph vehicles again. And then suddenly a bunch of fans like, oh no, we got graph vehicles, I hate this. It's because as soon as you please one set of fans, you upset a different set of fans. I just find that funny. I'm one of the fans who pleased doing that though. Like, yes, now my Space Marines actually feel like, you know, Space Marines. Like they do in the lore. Oh gosh, pardon me, hiccups. Tada! I spilled it down my neck. Ow, it's on my chest. Ow, it tickles. There we go. I spilled cola down my everything. Cola's on my gloves. There we go, just getting it off my neck. Getting off my neck. Oh, it's all in my collar now. Ah yes, Tryson shows up, fixes the patterns in Cadia, flirts with Carl, deploys a company of Ultramarines and an Inquisitor. Doesn't elaborate, leaves to go bicker with Archon again. Oh, so silly. Wasn't like some other people thinking for us still in for Horus Heresy or something? Like, you know, for ones that he released. Did any of the guys that he released on Cadia survive the destruction of Cadia? Because it would be so cool if they did. Like, could you imagine this 10,000-year-old Marine who's been trapped in like a stasis for the past 10,000 years. As came back thinking it was still for Horus Heresy, found themselves like on a planet almost on the other side of a galaxy from where he was. Finding out 10,000 years has passed. Like Gulliman died and came back again, or almost died. I would make for a cool character. Yeah, I can't remember if the Ultramarines were Heresy era or Tyrannic War era. The Inquisitor lives, I think, not sure about for others. Ooh. Well, the Inquisitor couldn't have been Heresy either, because I don't think Inquisitors came about until some time after the Horus Heresy. I've arrived. Give me your Cupcake Conjuror Charm cereal. I don't have Cupcake Conjuror Charm cereal. But now I kind of want to release a Cupcake Conjuror Charm cereal. It would have to come after the soap. Oh, goodness. But I was like, hello, Sosimus. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing better than me, because oh my goodness, I am not doing well right now. Where's this bird? There's YouTube. And don't forget to like the stream. Yes, silly billies. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. We've almost finished painting all 20 of them with black paint. That's it. That's just it. One layer of black paint thrown on them. Faizan showed up his entire box 1 from his Pokemon collection. It may not solve the issue, but it'll be funny. I think that sums up Faizan in general. It might not solve any issues, but at least it's funny. Inquisitors are cool though. I wish they were more modifiable. Like, I still want Inquisitors in power armor and Terminator armor, which used to be a thing. You used to just be able to take your Inquisitor and upgrade them to have Terminator armor. And artificer plates and stuff. What I love the most, it is Tryson figured out something was up because one of his exhibits started ringing in its status field, which also broke a load of his others. He arrived annoyed. Wait, why did it start ringing? What was his exhibit that started ringing? Was it a demon one? Or was it the Inquisitor who did it? Because if it was like the Inquisitor or something, that would be cool. Like, oh my goodness. Not even Trizon could hold this person back. There's a giant blessed bell of some Skaven! If a bell starts ringing and it defies all laws of science to do so, Skaven. I'm sorry. That just confirms it's Skaven eventually coming to 40k. The only thing about Skaven, if they did come to 40k, I think they'd have to be added to like a Beastmen book or something like that. Or to an Abhuman book. Oh, that would actually be a super cool codex to release. Abhumans and demons. Abhumans and mutants. And auxiliaries. Auxiliaries, Abhumans and mutants. Hello, so Honey Rose, how you doing? It did toll 13 times too, but I think that was Skaven power. Skaven power. Do, 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 do. True. What could you imagine? Auxiliaries and whatever. But like, do you know where you had the old the Lost and the Damned book, which was all about turning guardsmen into, you know, chaos and stuff like that? Which might get a 10th edition release. I'm hoping it does. But instead, mutants, auxiliaries, and abhumans are amazing, but Stream just bugged out. Yeah, Stream bugged out a little bit then. I'll be back. Time for breakfast. Enjoy your breakfast, Saradwin. Still waiting on Blood Pact. Wait, you already have the Blood Pact. It's just trait to Guardsman with an Enforcer in it. Oh. Cuptle, yeah, Cuptle's been a bit slow today, I'm sorry. Okay, if I just keep talking, Cuptle might eventually decide to speak. Won't do, Cuptle. Wait, if we release an Abhuman book, what you could do with it is say that this could be used in Tau, Chaos, or Imperial armies. And like, each one would have keywords.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, there you go. Depending on which armies it goes into. Like, for instance, you'd have the auxiliary, abhuman, and mutant keyword. Chaos could take the mutants, like, as allies. Tau can take the auxiliaries as allies. And Imperium can take the abhumans as allies into any of the armies. And you'd have like 3 different detachments. Well, maybe 4 different detachments, but 3 of them are like, one of them specifically is for auxiliaries, one of them is specifically from chaos, and one of them specifically for, you know, Imperium. And each detachment allows you to change what your loadout can be for the units. And what units you can have. Like auxiliaries, you can only have in this detachment units labelled auxiliaries. But it allows you to have access to additional... Oh, that'd be cool. Can I chaos the entire Guard Codex? No, but I'm still waiting for a Blood Pact. Yeah. You'd have to wait for the Lost and the Damned to finally get rules again. Four specific colours, but still take the rainbow mood attract. What even are Chaos Spawn? And how can people become them? Chaos Spawn are horrific usually I think they're horrific mutants caused by one of three things going wrong. Humans do a ritual to try and become demon or to make pacts with demons, and instead the ritual goes wrong and it mutates the people inside the ritual and they become a spawn. Often what you'll get is multiple people will be in the ritual and all of them will mutate together into one big old spawn. And that's why it has so many different limbs and stuff, as it's a different people manifesting together, and why it lacks all intelligence, because all of their minds got turned mad and then merged. What white are you using? Oh, this is Wraithbone white. Spray. Primer that I use. I was like, hello, K-Drax. I'm using Black Templar contrast paint for the black. I'm not being very careful with it. Oh my goodness. Other ways you can become a spawn is by making pacts with demons, and either the demon deciding to have fun and, you know, turning you into a spawn. Or you effectively do wrong for demon or fail in your contract with the demon and get turned into a spawn. They effectively, once again, just fully with
Basically,
demonic
a
energy.
chaos spawn is what happens when you get given what we considered a little too much warp power.
Yeah. And you can't handle it. That's an important point. You can't handle it. You don't know how to handle it. And it overwhelms you in mind, body, and soul. Sometimes spawn can also be created by, like, demons of siege.
According to memes, Wraithbone white is chaotic good for white paint.
Yeah, Wraithbone, this is one of the reasons I used it, so that you could get it. So I could make white on the models. But yeah, the other ways, oh yeah, sometimes you might not do anything bad, but a demon just crushes you anyway. Like, for instance, you're an enemy soldier. Or usually, you got like a unit of soldiers, especially in like fantasy, you'd see this. And a demon of siege would just be like, hey, I'm just going to put loads of warp power through your entire unit, and then the unit just gets turned into a few warp spawn. So, like, again, all of these different people get mutated and mangled together to become one chaotic creature.
Unfortunately, I only have body. No soul. No mind.
Cuptle, do you have body, mind, and soul, right? I mean, just because your brain just hides the little cell. You're blank. You're blank! No! Oh no, so Honey Rose is a robot! So Honey Rose is a robot! No! Oh, blank. One or the other. Oh my goodness. This brush is terrible. Because I'm just painting a lot, I don't really care if it's too terrible. There we go. One more model. The three main ways of becoming a chaos spawn. Fail to become a demon prince. Annoying your particular chaos god. Getting booked by a Lord of Change. Big book of funnies on a stick. Yeah. Bonked. Bonked by a Lord of Change. Oh, yawn. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Chaos spawn. Oh, silly. Only 3 models left that need this black. Oh, goodness. Have an old 21 will be done and we'll just be on to like doing the metal colours. Actually, metal colours should probably go after doing the cloth colours. And the leathers. And then we can do the metal. And then probably the blues. I'll just be for base layers and then we can start doing more detail-y stuff. Neatening everything up. Unfortunately, that bonk would get that Lord of Change turned to steel. Turn to steel! I don't think the Lord of Change would care that much. It would just change back. If Spawn are still good, I never knew Spawn were good at any point. They're kind of cheap, I think. I think they're 60 to 70 points for a squad of 2. Weaknesses is for relatively large models. Strengths are, they are silly. No. The toughness 5, I think they have a 4+, is it 5+ armor save maybe? I think they have a 5+ invulnerable save. I think they only have 5 wounds, which is still quite a bit, but you know, for toughness 5 models, that's massive. The number of attacks is decent. I think it's like 2d6 plus something, like 1. Don't need to actually get the stat lines. I can get the stat line out for you. Because I was looking at them. Like, oh, I could add spawns to my army. But yeah, toughness 5, 4 wounds, save of a 4+. They get d6 plus 2 attacks. At hitting on 4s, strength 5, AP -1, damage 2. While an enemy unit, excluding vehicles within 3 inches, subtract 1 from the objective control thing, and they have feel no pain 5+, not invulnerable for save. No invulnerable save, feel no pain. We have a movement of 8 inches, but they're also very big models, and they are 70 points for a squad of 2. And you can't have more or less in the squad. They're kind of okay. They have an OC capture characteristic of 0, so they can't be used to capture or hold objectives. But they can be used to negate an opponent's control of an objective. No role playing. How would they do? So against a squad of Space Marines, like these Space Marines here. These Space Marines, let's say if they get to 5 pistols first. One of them would have d6 attacks with a flamethrower, wounds on 5s. Then it's a 4+ save, followed by 5+ feel no pain. 1 wound on one of them already. I had a funny ability in knife. Like, do you like random combat buffs? Because we get random combat buffs. Oh, they don't have that at the moment. Threes to hit. 5s to wound. 5+ armor saves. 5+ feel no pains. Okay. So from that, I would have taken 3 wounds. I'll be down to 1. And then, yeah, they're not going to survive that well in combat. And their attacks are okay. They get D6 plus, so 2 of them would get D6 plus 2 attacks each, which would average 3.5, which would be average of 11 attacks from 2 spawn. That hits and 4s, so that will be 5.5 hit. They're strength 5, so against most infantry, they would wound them 3s. So 5.5 will go down to about 3, just over 3.5. Then -1 to your armor save. Reduce you down to 4+ save with these marines. Right, that's 3.5 down to 1.75, about 1.8. Maybe 2 marines would be killed by 2 chaos spawn charging into them. If I would survive a combat return, it's unlikely. Most squads would have at least like a power fist or something in them, which would probably, if not kill one of them, at least get rid of half of the wounds. In a normal marine squad, then you'd have like 6 other attacks, or 6 other guys, that would be 18 attacks. 12 hits, 4 wounds.
Capcom is a fairy normal type.
You'd lose at least one of your spawn in combat with the space, with like charging to just a basic squad of space means you'd lose at least one of your spawn. And you'd kill like 2 of the space marines. If they shot at you first, your spawn are probably not surviving. If you're going up against like Black Templar, you'd probably die immediately in combat. You would be cheaper than them. I guess I'll be fine at getting rid of guardsmen. Maybe. I'm not a fairy normal type. I'd be a fairy poison type because I love poison. Poison is the best type. Or grass type. Grass type's also cool. Fairy makes sense though. I have to admit, fairy does make sense. Probably billions of Rippers die in the Tyranid invasion. Technically all the Tyranids in a Tyranid invasion actually die except for high fleets. Because usually what will happen is they'll attack a planet and then at the end of the invasion, all of them will jump into the pools of acid and they get drunk up by the ship. Yeah. All of them because they get absorbed back into the ships as a slurry. Yep. Actually, that's not true anymore. It turns out after Dino Leviathan came through, some of the planets that the Tyranids attacked, some of the planets the Tyranids stayed on afterwards and continued to like farm for resources and to defend. I think mostly because once Leviathan got pushed back, it needed to be able to slow down the enemy and prevent them just reclaiming the planets again or rebuilding. Especially planets that it couldn't just fully consume, because it would just take too long or whatever. So, Herman did that first. Also, Leviathan being Ultramarines of a Tyranids. Do you mean as in the main Tyranid fleet? Yeah, the main Tyranid fleet, and they have all the adaptions that all the other Tyranids have, because, you know, for the main one. Or at least as far as we're aware for the main one. Generally, every faction has, sorry I yawned, has their own Ultramarines though. but not even the coolest fleet. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like all of the factions have like their own ultramarines. Like you've got, what is it? You got Leviathan for the Tyranid, Ultramarines for the Space Marines, Black Legion for the, what's it called? Chaos. Then you've got Cadian for the Cadia for the Guardsmen. Mars for the Adeptus Mechanicus. Is it Iodine for the Eldar? I guess the Eldar are a bit different, aren't they? They're not quite us. It's not quite as clear winner of everything when it comes to them. Especially with your brain and stuff doing whatever. I guess Druakai are the same. Leagues of Photon, we don't really have enough lore on them to establish that. I'm back. Are you winning? We're painting another. We've only got 2 models left after this one. Ulfway for Eldar. Oh yeah, Ulfway. I like the Adeptus Mechanicus for cyborgs. Why do you hate cyborg? Even cyborg. Like from Teen Titans. It's adorable. He didn't choose to be that way. And he tries to be a hero. You keep my boy's name out of your mouth. I had an actual theme. Ulfway is just all Guardians. You know, Ulfway, that makes Ulfway just the coolest, all Guardians. Because Guardians are the coolest after Corsask. What about... Dark Elder obviously got affect whatever his personal, you know, cabal is called. Getting rid of your flesh to become machine is a bug. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. You have to become machine. You have to. This is why I wear gloves. You don't know that I've got a bionic hand under here. It gets hungry for plastic sometimes. You don't have to be. You have to become abandon the flesh. Druakai technically have 3 poster children. Really, 2 ghost homunculi are pretty out there. Yeah, you got the. When you got the incubi, you got Vex. You've got what's the name? Lily Hellspax and the witches. And then you got the homunculi people. Necron's got the Silent King. They really like using the Silent King everywhere and his dynasty. Like even when others are doing stuff and suddenly the Silent King just appears. It's like, oh, okay. Or it's like, oh, Necrons aren't the Silent King. Actually, no, they are connected to the Silent King. The Silent King doesn't appear in the story, but yeah, they are part of this dynasty. So don't worry about it. He's called a Silent King, isn't it? I'm not being crazy. The Sarn dynasty is a silver and green. Yeah. Orcs absolutely got the Gaskell Thacker. Oh, what are they called? The checkerboard boys. The Goths. Yeah, the Goths are constantly everywhere. I don't think it's as bad at the moment, but I remember there was a time I just got really upset at the Black Orc Goth faction because it was just whenever orcs got brought up, it was just Goths, 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 Goths. It's like, ugh. What about the Bad Moon? What about the Death Skulls and the other cool ones? It's like... Yeah. Although that being said, now you got the Beast Snaggers. So, I don't know. There was definitely a time when it was just Goths. It's like you couldn't even have the Akari at the War of the Tyranids without Gaskell Thacker just appearing from nowhere and just being like, hey, I'm here now. And thanks to me being an absolute Chad Mary Sue person, I get to win the war. And then I get to peace out. And then the orcs get to lose the war. But only after I peace out because, you know, I got bored because it was too easy. Snake bites is just what Beast Snaggers should be. Kind of. I do like the Beast Snaggers being different from the Snake bites. Like, Snake bites are... What's the word? Not rural. That's the wrong word. Feral, that's it. Snake bites are fully feral, pretty much. Well, maybe not fully feral, but very feral. The Beast Snaggers themselves aren't necessarily feral. A lot of them are fully technologically capable. And actually, they just make use of squigs instead. But you can definitely use a Beast Snagger rules to represent snake bites, which I could kind of like. Orcs in Dungeons & Dragons? Nah. Nah, orcs in Warhammer can be good guys. That's the fun thing about them. They're actually complex creatures. There have actually been multiple times in 40k where orcs have taken the side of good. You know, orcs in general in 40k aren't evil. They're morally ambiguous. And they're very willing to help the good guys if they decide that's what they want to do. In fact, generally speaking, they seem to be more likely to side with the Imperium than they are with the likes of Chaos and stuff. And are very often sided with the Imperium, either as mercenaries or just because they don't want the Imperium to fall to Chaos. Orcs in 40k are often seen as evil, stupid, and only warlike, but they do think of more than just that, though. That's one of the cool things about them.
Orcs just wanna fight. Cut a fight in orcs are happy orc.
Yeah, fighting orcs are happy orcs. Orcs are actually chaotic good and have hearts of gold. No, in Dungeons and Dragons in general, orcs are actually on the evil side. Most of the time. Law in Dungeons and Dragons changes depending on what plane you're on. And change has also changed throughout history. Orcs used to be generally very similar to gnolls and kobolds, in which they were racially chaotic evil, although I think they could also be lawful evil. Half orcs, on the other hand, could be good. They eventually changed the rules, I believe, of the game. Well, one, they actually had a plane where orcs were good. Like, do you know, because they have the planes in D&D, where demons and humans and so on live. They all live on different planes of reality. But then they end up changing it so that the chaotic rules, or so that racial rules no longer apply to playable races. So if you wanted to play as an orc, you can play as whatever you want to. Although generally they still have a thing that unless you're on one of those planes, orcs generally, like gnolls and other creatures, generally go towards evil. Racial traits and bonuses is never fun in that system. Really made me sad. Losing them, I mean. I think they still have some of the racial traits. I just don't think they're as strong anymore. As old law in modern day, all orcs are chaotic good, but whatever. I thought that was Warcraft law that orcs are chaotic good. I've not been keeping up with D&D lore for a while, but last time I read the lore, orcs in general lean towards chaotic evil. Oh gosh, it doesn't have any crosses on. Never mind. Oh, that's the beauty of D&D. Tell Hasbro to shove it and do whatever you want. Yeah, I've not played D&D since Hasbro took over. Well, that's because I stopped playing before Hasbro took over. I think it was before Hasbro took over. Bye-bye, so Honey Rose. But orcs in 40k aren't just bumbling brutes. Orcs in 40k are actually intelligent. They do have society. They used to mention the societies a bit more in like the codexes and stuff. Like, what does an orc society look like? And it turns out orc societies can be rather complex. Like, you generally find farming communities in orc societies. You find people like butchers. And stuff like that. While the society is generally more brutal and the hierarchy is a bit weird and can change up suddenly, on a lot of planets it's surprisingly peaceful. At least you think it's surprisingly peaceful for a race that just likes having war all the time. Because they still need food. They still need technology, they still need industry and all of that stuff. So that's what they do have. Like, you're going to have grots on farms, farming squigs, and, you know, other foods that they need. You're going to have them butchering it, well, sending it out to, like, other people who then have to send it out to others. So then you end up with, like, orcs that run little shops, like butcher shops and stuff, and then orcs that are in charge of making sure that all the orcs get food and get fed and stuff. It depends on like the different societies and who's leading it and so on, and like what tribe they belong to. Because what tribe they belong to changes how they think. But they have an economy that runs on teeth. You generally have the mech boys that will train other orcs to also be mech boys. Because they want to build a stomper, and they can't build a stomper by themselves. They need to get the grots to help, and they need to get other boys to help. So they need to teach them how to do stuff. I think fantasy orcs are generally a lot more civilized than 40k orcs, though, because surprisingly they're far less magical than 40k orcs. Like 40k orcs, almost everything gets explained away by like orc psychic power magic stuff. Enough orcs together creates enough psychic energy to fixes all the problems that they have. Fantasy orcs in general, though, they don't have the same sort of stuff going on. So instead they have one, they're more mercenary in fantasy because you got a lot of orc mercenaries in fantasy. So they do use things like gold and so on as currency. And you find a lot more of farms, villages, watchtowers, and organisation in general. A bit like a feudal city in a way. With the orcs acting more like the nobility and the grots acting like the peasants. And for, well, I say for nobility. Nobs is actually short for nobles. So the leader of like your squads are nobles. And they used to be called orc nobles. That was the word for them. And that was in 40k. So the idea was the big orcs like live like nobles in a feudal society. The orcs below them live more like, you know, barons and stuff like that. Or lesser nobles. And then the grots below them are your peasantry. And then you got your squigs, which are like your cows and your cattle and your wolves and stuff. Reading up on Gork and Marklaw gives a good description of orc settlements and society. Ooh, does it? Is that relatively modern or is that still relatively old? Because most of my lore about orc society comes from like the really old codexes back from the Spin, and they're all made out of paper. Actually, wait, I think I still have the orc codex. I think I still have an orc codex, like a really, really old one. There we go. I found it. Echo, hello. It's a bit older now, but it still seems to be canon. Oh, look at this. How old is this? This is older than me, probably. 1999. Oh, goodness. I think this book might have had some stuff. Oh, it's got the stuff about art. Oh, goodness. Does that help? Not quite. Let me turn off some lights in here. Still getting flashbanged. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Arc DNA and spores and stuff. Look at the lock. Look at the lock, cocoon. Arc skull. Once the Arca stage is established, arcoid cells are generated in tandem. Abridged report. To understand the arcoid species, one must first be aware of their so far unique xenological traits. Oh, this is so cool. From orcs, Gretchens, snotlings, and squigs. Every arcoid is a symbiosis of two biologies. Oh yeah, I forgot about the snotlings. Spores are also reproductive mechanisms of an arcoid. Arc tribes. Oh, here we go. Arc tribes and hierarchy. Oh, and here we go. Rastaka Gutsmech. Oh, 75 points. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 2, strength 4, toughness 5, 2 wounds, initiative 3, 3 attacks, leadership 7 with 5 plus save. Too many big guns. Oh look, it's got like little tabs at the top. The basic arc fighting unit is a warband, an organisation roughly equivalent to a company in human military terms. Warband can comprise between 30 and 20,000 warriors, plus their associated war machines, and is commanded by a large and aggressive arc chieftains called war bosses. Warband is split into a number of mobs, each mob usually led by an orc noble, referred to a boss or nob, pronounced nob, not nob. Warbands are usually part of a tribe, but can be independent. The tribe is ruled over by a powerful warlord, the most dangerous and ambitious war boss who has fought his way to the dominance over his kind. A tribe can comprise of anything from several hundred to tens of thousands of orcs and will claim control of an entire continent or world. More commonly, a vaguely habitable orc world will sustain several orc tribes in a more or less perpetual state of war with each other until they join into a war against non-orcs. During a war, especially potent warlords sometimes succeeded in forging an empire from their conquests, but their organization is more feudalistic than imperial. Yeah, feudal! The largest and most stable of these is undoubtedly the Orc Empire of Caledon, which has survived for several thousand years under a succession of warlords. Warlords commanding empires usually select their own title. After all, who's going to argue? Hence, the Empire of Caledon is ruled over by the arsonist Octavius, by an overfiend Jagger, by a great tyrant, and so forth, cutting across warband and tribal boundaries as the orc class. The class embodies... I should probably turn this light on because it's a bit too dark. There we go. The class embody a philosophy, for want of a better term, among orcs. Each clan, the Goth clan, embraces aggression, hardiness, and hand-to-hand combat as true orc virtues, while the Evil Sons clan is dedicated to speed, lightning attack, and the snazziest vehicles. Typically, a tribe and its component warbands will exhibit the characteristics of a single clan. Some orcs become obsessed with clan ideals, and it becomes akin to religion for them, where this then creates a warband which completely exemplifies the purest traits of their clan. However, most tribes are less dominated by the clan ideal and clan values, merely serve to instill a sense of unity and make a common enemy of tribes which are part of other clans. During an orc war, warbands are destroyed and reformed from whatever survivors are available. In these times, warbands or even whole tribes may emerge from companies, members of many different classes thrown together by the fortunes of war. In spite of their normal antipathy, orcs will fight alongside each other for the duration of a war, as they become caught up in the tide of orcish aggression. At the conclusion of a war, a mixed warband or tribe will usually break up under the pressure of inter-clan rivalry. However, warbands commanded by an especially determined leader will stubbornly hang together, abandoning their previous clan tribe affiliation to become freebooters, orcs who fight for profit and glory. Oh yeah, orcs who fight for profit and glory. For freebooters are mercenaries and often fight for the Imperium. Yeah, I think there's something else here about like what an orc city looks like. Orc vehicle upgrades. Raw! Rot Vigor, Searchlight, Turbo Booster, Red Paint Job. Orcs. Oh yeah, and look at this old converted vehicles and stuff. Like, look at that Orc Dreadnought. That was just made from a variety of scraps. And look at this Battle Wagon. Like, that is not a model that was ever released. That was just a model someone made. I think that's a Lehman Russ turret back there. Or an exhaust. It's like, yeah. Oh, and look at that. That's the type of squigger that I made. Basically made from a dinosaur model. And you cut off the thing and then just add a bunch of cardboard to it, or plasticard. Or an old Baneblade made from plasticard, I think. Oh, there's an old Stomper. Oh no, Gargant's not a Stomper, a Gargant. And like there's terrain and stuff that would say orcs would make. From 1997. And look at all those vehicles. Oh! Kind of miss these days. Oh, look at those converted vehicles. Oh, so cool. And look at that dreadnought. Look at it. Andy used the tank turrets to make the bodies of his orc dreadnoughts. I don't even know which turrets he did use. Look at it, it's got a little cockpit and everything. I mean, it's like this truck over here. Converting vehicles. There's an entire thing about how to convert your vehicles in this book and how to make buildings and painting tips. It's so fun. Oh, I love it. Oh yeah, there's the old metal dreadnoughts and old metal killer cans. Again, old metal models fall apart so easily. Free boot to armies. Death Schools, my favourite with Death Schools. Snake bites. Snakebite orcs are distrustful of technology and prefer good old-fashioned stuff. Their warriors wear leather and furs for the most part. Bad moons. The Goths. Oh, orc tactics. Swamp 'em. Swamp 'em. Don't you just miss the days? Orc players had it rough for 3rd and 5th edition. They went through 3 codexes in less than a year. Yeah. It was crazy, but these books were fun. Retching mobs, a powerful war. Orc special rules, using for army list, introduction. Okay, no, it wasn't this book that had the stuff in. Oh, old Wraith Lord model. I think also metal. Old warp spiders that we still had until not too long ago. Yeah, this is an old codex. I think 4th edition came out within a few months before 5th edition release. And a few months later, they got the 5th edition codex. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I think that was what... I think I was there for some of that time. I remember 5th to 7th edition was crazy. Was it 7th edition? Because you had 4th edition came out. Then 5th edition came out. Then 6th edition came out. I started Battle of Macragge, but by the time I started the games, 5th edition was already out. And then I played for a little bit, then 6th edition was already out. It felt like the game was just releasing stuff too quickly and like changing the rules too quickly. Like, it felt like every year it was just another book, another rule book. And the rule books are expensive, my goodness, and they took up a lot of space. Orcs are cool. I can try to see if I can find for other codex. I'm back. I couldn't find the Art Codex. I don't think I still have it. I'm playing Orcs in Blood Bowl right now. Nice! I hope you're winning. There we go. Lights are back on. But if you like the stream, please like the stream because it helps me out. I thought Orcs wouldn't be bad for a new game, but my first opponent is Ogres. Orcs are really good at killing Ogres. Go for it. Smash them with the axes. Are you allowed to kill your opponents in Blood Bowl? I'm not sure. By the way, big old love heart for you all. There's still 2 models that need painting, but one of them's already partially painted. It's great. I say still need painting. All of them still need finishing painting. We just got 1 layer of black on them. We got some models done. My stomach really hurts, so I can't stay on the stream for too long. So love you all. If there's anyone to raid into, I'll just go and search for them. Remember to like the stream. Oh, Briar's still live. Let me look at Briar. What's she doing? I think we'll raid into Briar. Cupcake raid. We'll do a cupcake raid into Briar because she always raids us. But thanks for coming to the stream, everybody. They can kill players. It's in fact encouraged to kill. Oh my goodness, yes. Do a proper cupcake raid. Yeah, because she's always raiding us. It's about time we raided her. So thank you, everyone. Love you all. It was nice having you here. Remember, cupcakes are friends, not food. And be kind to Bryac. And take care of yourselves and be kind to others and everything else. Vice versa. Yeah, bye-bye. Love you all.